Hi, this is Mrs. May. Today we're going to talk about order of operations and the rules you need to follow in order to solve equations. The first thing you want to do with the order of operations is to look for parentheses within your problem. Secondly is the exponents. Unless there are exponents within a parentheses, if there are exponents inside a parentheses, you would want to solve the exponents first. But typically we think of parentheses, then exponents, and then our next step would be multiplication and division. And if you notice, I had that starred because we work left to right. It's not necessarily in the order of multiplication and then division. It's multiplication and or division, working left to right, and then the same with addition and or subtraction. So subtraction could sometimes occur before the addition when you're working a problem left to right. So we're going to look at a couple of problems and how to go about evaluating those. As you look at this problem, you'll see that we do not have any parentheses, but we do have an exponent that we need to take care of. So we're going to first do that. We've got 3 squared, which is equal to 9. And then I'm just going to rewrite the problem. Not very easy to write on this tablet, but we're going to give it a try. Next, you'll notice that, okay, all parentheses, exponents, that level has been taken care of. So we're going to look at what type of division and multiplication we might have. And as you can see, we have both division and multiplication, but working the problem left to right, we need to do the division problem first. So we've got 27 divided by 9. We're going to do that first. That is equal to 3. Rewrite the problem. Now we are left with multiplication and subtraction. Multiplication is on a level above the subtraction, so we're going to do that first. We do 3 times 2, which is 6. Continuing with rewriting the problem, we are left with 6 minus 3, which is equal to 3. So as you're looking through the different steps that we did here, we had 3 squared, change that to 9. That was in our first step. Then we did the division, then multiplication, and then subtraction to finish out the problem. Evaluating this problem, you see that we have an exponent inside of parentheses, and as I stated before, even though technically parentheses is first, there is an exponent problem within the parentheses, so we need to take care of that first. So as we rewrite this problem, we have 24 minus 3 squared, which again is 9. Notice I'm going to keep the parentheses there until I'm ready to work out that part of the problem. So we are still on that first level with parentheses and exponents, where we have 9 plus 1 inside the parentheses, so we need to take care of that. That gives us 24 minus 10, and 24 minus 10 is 14. Now it's your turn. I'm going to give you a problem, and I'd like for you to pause the video and find this solution. And once you find the solution, I want you to hit play, and then in the next slide, I'm going to give you the answer to this problem. So go ahead and take a moment to work out this problem and put it in your notes. Okay, first of all, you'll notice that there is not a multiplication symbol between the 7 and the parentheses. That does mean to multiply when you've got a number next to parentheses. So we've got 13 minus 8 inside parentheses. That's our first step. 13 minus 8 is 5. 7 times 5 is equal to 35. Hopefully you got that answer correct. Next, we're going to take a look at some problems where we have x equal to a certain number. Notice we have a variable in here now, and in the previous problems we did not. So we're going to be substituting in a numerical value for the variable that is listed. Okay, so we have x is equal to 4, so I'm going to rewrite this problem where we've got 9 times 4 divided by 3 times 4 plus 2. So looking at this problem, when you evaluate this, we've got a multiplication problem as your numerator, 9 times 4, which is 36. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And on the denominator, we have a set of parentheses where we need to work that out first. And so we know that 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. So I'm just going to put that into parentheses there. Continuing with the problem, we've got 36 as your numerator. 3 times 6 is 18. And I ran out of room there, but I'm going to write this down below. 36 divided by 18 is equal to 2. So as long as we've got that numerator and denominator on opposite places on your fraction here, I went ahead and worked that multiplication problem out first. Technically, using order of operations, we maybe should have done the parentheses first. You would have ended up with the same problem. And this is a division problem. Notice I didn't say over or on the bottom. When we're working with a fraction, remember that that means to divide. So we end up with a solution of 2. At this time, I want you to take a moment to pause the video. I want you to evaluate, I'm still keeping x equal to 4, and we've got x squared divided by 4 plus 1. So I want you to pause the video, rewrite this equation into your notes, and see if you can come up with the correct solution. Okay, so substituting in where x is located, we're going to put 4. This is going to give us a new equation that looks like 4 squared divided by 4 plus 1. And we are going to work the exponent first. We've got 4 squared, and 4 squared is equal to 16 divided by 4 plus 1. Division is done before we do addition, so we're going to make sure that we do the division before we do the addition. So we've got 16 divided by 4, which is 4, plus 1, and we know that 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. So hopefully you came up with a solution of 5. And if you have questions on how to do order of operations, you can email me with your questions or just come in prepared tomorrow and ready to go. Thank you.